Ragnarok, the death of the gods. In the far north, in a land of ice, mist, and endless winter nights, the Vikings told a story unlike any other. It was not a story of a triumphant paradise or a happy ending. It was a story of the end. Not just the end of the world, but the end of the gods themselves. They called it Ragnarok, the twilight of the gods. The gods knew it was coming. Odin, the All-Father, the wisest and most powerful of them all, did not live in hope of an eternal, glorious reign. He lived in the shadow of a terrible prophecy. Every day, he prepared for a war he knew he would lose. The world would freeze. Monsters would break their chains. A wolf would swallow the sun. And the great heroes and villains of the 9 realms would meet on a battlefield for one final, apocalyptic fight. This is the most haunting, beautiful, and terrifying myth ever told by the human heart. This is the story of how the gods of the Vikings faced their inevitable doom. The Shadow of Prophecy. The story of Ragnarok begins, as all Norse stories do, not with chaos, but with knowledge. Odin, the All-Father, was obsessed with wisdom. He gave an eye to drink from the well of Mimir. He hung himself for 9 days and nights on the world tree, Yggdrasil, pierced by his own spear, to learn the secret of the runes. And he traveled to the underworld to summon a dead seeress, a Volva, from her grave. He asked her about the fate of the gods. What she told him was a prophecy of pure darkness. First, the light of the world, Balder the Beautiful, the most beloved of all the gods, would die. A victim of treachery and a mistletoe dart. His death would be the first crack in the cosmic order. Then would come Fimbulwinter, the great winter. 3 consecutive winters without a summer between them. The sun would grow weak, and the world would be consumed by endless blizzards. Humanity, driven mad by cold and hunger, would turn on itself. All bonds of kinship, loyalty, and love would shatter. When the great winter ends, the wolves will catch their prey. The giant wolf skull will devour the sun, and his brother Hati will swallow the moon. The stars will fall from the sky. The great world tree, Yggdrasil, will groan and tremble from root to crown. All bonds will break, the chains that hold the monstrous wolf Fenrir, the ropes that hold the great ship Naglfar, made from the untrimmed fingernails of the dead. The earth will split open, and from every crack and fissure, the forces of chaos will pour forth. The muster of chaos. The armies of the apocalypse will gather from 3 corners of the world. From the east, a horde of frost giants, led by Hrym, will march, their footsteps shaking the mountains. From the south, the fire giants, led by Surtr, a being wreathed in flames, will advance with a sword brighter than the sun, burning the very sky in their wake. And from the underworld, the most terrifying ship ever conceived will set sail, Naglfar, the ship of dead men's nails, captained by the giant Hrym and steered by the traitor god, Loki, finally free from his chains. The ship is made from the nails of the dead that were not trimmed before burial, a grim reminder that our smallest negligence can contribute to the end of the world. On the vast, endless plain of Vigrid, the armies of chaos will assemble. The monstrous wolf Fenrir will be there, his lower jaw dragging the earth and his upper jaw touching the sky. The world serpent, Jormungand, will rise from the depths of the ocean, spewing venom across the land and air. The guardian of the gods, Heimdall, will stand on the rainbow bridge, Bifrost, and sound his horn, the Gjallarhorn, for the last time. The sound will echo through all 9 realms. The gods will know that the final day has come. The final battle and the rebirth. Odin, wearing his golden helmet and wielding his spear Gungnir, leads the gods of Asgard, the Einherjar, the chosen warriors from Valhalla, onto the field. He rides straight for the wolf Fenrir. But the prophecy is unbreakable. After a terrible struggle, the monstrous wolf opens his jaws and swallows the All-Father whole. The king of the gods is no more. Thor, the god of thunder, son of Odin, faces his own destiny, the world serpent, Jormungand. He strikes with his hammer, Mjolnir, a blow so powerful it shatters the monster's skull. But as the serpent dies, it covers Thor in its deadly venom. He takes 9 steps, the number of completion, before he too collapses, dead. Elsewhere, Freyr, the god of peace, fights the fire giant Surtur without his sword, and is cut down. Tyr, the one-handed god of war, fights Garm, the hound of hell, and they kill each other. Loki and Heimdall, the bitter enemies, meet on the field and die on each other's swords. The fire of Surtur consumes everything. The world tree Yggdrasil burns. The sky turns to flame. The earth sinks into the boiling sea. And then, silence. The void. But the myth does not end there. Ragnarok is not just an end. From the silent, churning sea, a new world will emerge. Green, fertile, and beautiful. A new sun, the daughter of the old, will rise. A few gods will have survived the cataclysm. The sons of Odin, Vidar and Vali. The sons of Thor, Modi and Magni, who will inherit their father's hammer. And from the realm of the dead, Balder and his brother Hod will return, reconciled, to rule over this new world. 2 humans, Lif and Liftrazor, who hid deep in the wood of the world tree, will emerge to repopulate the earth. The age of the old gods is over, and the age of humanity, watched over by a new generation of gentle gods, begins. The silence after the storm. The myth of Ragnarok is unique in the history of religions. Its gods are not immortal. They are vulnerable. They face their doom with courage, not with denial. They know the end is coming, and they fight anyway. This is not a story of despair. It is a story of profound, unshakable courage. It is the philosophy of a warrior culture that lived in a harsh world and saw reality for what it was. The old order must die for the new one to be born. Winter must come before spring. In the end, the story of Ragnarok is not a story about the death of the gods. It is a story about the resilience of life itself. The gods die, but the world continues. We, the humans, continue. The cycle is not broken. It is completed. And that may be the most profound and moving message a mythology has ever given us. Not a promise of eternal paradise, but a promise that even after the end of everything you know, a new sun will rise, a new grass will grow, and life will go on.